All right. Forged in the faith. Chat, y'all. And so, will somebody bring Texas Mom a cup of tea, a spot of tea? Heartway Farms.
Hey, well,
Ding, ding, ding. Welcome to the main event. Oh, my back is feeling extra
they
awesome
said no,
today.
they're not bringing me a cup of
Nice.
tea.
I think Rufus is making us like peanut butter cookies. Just
something amazing.
something amazing. Huh, why is that trackball not tracking?
Heartway Farms is on.
Oh, Crocker just went live.
Oh,
Oh, bummer.
never mind. See y'all later.
See you later. But yeah, I wanted to, so we wanted to, I guess we'll wait just a couple minutes, let whoever wants to be on and whatever.
Did everybody...
Brittany C, Todd Ray. Todd Ray, yeah. Welcome to the main event. So we said we were going to go live again. See, and we did it. We did it unplanned and unannounced.
The lives have been a lot more fun now that we're socially distant.
Yeah, well, it's, you know, it just feels like we're here with y'all. It makes us feel so... Social. It's so great.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
Trish Gordon.
Before we start, y'all, I gotta tell you a funny story. So I went out tonight to find potatoes because I'm a little bit obsessed with finding potatoes sometimes.
She's a little bit obsessed. It has nothing to do with potatoes, y'all.
I couldn't find potatoes anywhere. I went to 3 different
Barry!
stores. 3 different stores, no potatoes. And supposedly they had them earlier today, but I missed it.
Bummer.
So that's how it goes.
Wait a couple days. You're going to have tons of potatoes. Somebody's not watching Little Tex like they're supposed to be. Oy vey. Oy vey. Uh-oh, somebody's gonna get told what life's all about. Texas Mom shall return, y'all. Good evening, Sharon Cagle. Rip from Louisiana. Uh-oh. Shelter in place, y'all. We're going to talk about the positives of the current dystopia we have been interjected into.
My good son made me a cup of tea.
Your good son.
Goober.
Roots and Refuge just went live. Everybody's trying to compete with our... Everybody, just because we went live first, y'all. Just saying.
We're just gonna go hang out with Roots and Refuge, and we'll see y'all over there.
We went live first. All right, I'm just saying.
All right. Well, you can bounce back and forth. Come on.
I don't bounce well.
It's an ADD society.
I kind of fall and crunch and.
Whoever's more interesting at the moment. I'm probably not because I just didn't find potatoes today. Yeah. We're gonna be talking about some fun stuff, and just like that, we're China. No.
And just like that, we're all homeschoolers.
Just like
We wanted to talk about the positives of the current technocratic dystopia. If you've read 1984 and you think that you're like you're thinking that it was a biographical timeline of what is currently happening. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. See, I'm super excited about this homeschool executive order, this unconstitutional executive order, like all executive orders are, but I don't want to get all constitutional and like legal on you about like what is legal and what isn't legal, because I'm not a lawyer and I'm not a liar and I'm not a politician, so there you go. But the other day, I had an epiphany, and it was very interesting. And I said, and I have such a good memory, I had to write it down, and I'm going to reference it, so that way I can recite it, even though I'm quoting myself. So there you go. That's the caliber of the brain capacity y'all are dealing with right now, right? So just I I said in 3 weeks, we'll look back and see that not only can the world survive without movie stars, professional sports, and public school, but that this will even make the world a better, safer, healthier place, all according to the scientists. And then I asked a question, did the technocratic oligarchs just checkmate themselves? And all things being equal, all things being fair and just and true and kind, they absolutely did. Our president-select, he said that standardized testing for public, all standardized testing has ceased. So,
Sweet.
if standardized testing can cease, that would mean that standardized testing is completely not necessary, which would also mean that standardized testing is therefore obviously bogus. So if via executive order we can just halt standardized testing, that in and of itself verifies the fact.
So not only did we become homeschoolers, we all became relaxed homeschoolers.
We all became relaxed homeschoolers with
No standardized
no government oversight.
So if you're out there and you're nervous about homeschooling your children for the first time, don't worry, because there's no standardized testing anyway. So there you go. You just got the big giant grace period.
And let's say you're like, yeah, but it takes a lot of time to homeschool my kid, right? Hey, don't worry. Guess what?
They're not the
You got to stay home. We're going to pay you to stay home. You know, normally we like to encourage people to work, but now we're going to pay you to stay home. And we're going to pay you a basic universal income, and we are going to pay you to teach your children well.
Just like that. We were communists.
Just like that. We were a communist dystopia. All in the name of capitalism.
Oh my word.
I want you to know that our economy is very strong. Therefore, we're going to send everybody free money. You want to know a brain-popping solution? They want to print money, right? And this printing money is good and it actually does something? Don't give anybody anything, right? But don't tax anybody. Just print the money and stuff it in the government piggy bank to pay for all the stuffs, right? Then you never have to tax anybody again. You don't have to give them anything, right? You're printing the money out of thin air anyway. So just, if you can print money and get away with it and there's no consequences, just print the money, leave the people alone, and the money that you print, you use it to pay for all the stuff, and you don't ever tax anybody.
Heartway Farm said, oh great, TD rant with notes, his own notes. Now can you misquote yourself?
Rant over, and the notes were very short and brief. There you go. And I actually read it in the way I wrote
Oh my.
it.
But you did have a really awesome message this morning. That was a blessing to our friends and us and all of that. It was a big encouragement and just, yeah, that was super awesome. So now we just get to lighten up and have some fun. And
We're going to goof and joke, because you have to.
you have to.
Like I said, I mean, the Republic's been gone for a very long time, and satire and joking about it is one way to maybe kind of bring awareness to that. But you got to laugh or you're cry, y'all.
Yes,
I mean,
it's good to laugh. So to date, let's see. I don't know. Every time we listened to something, it was something new. I guess last night the new thing to us was universal basic income coming to every family. I guess if you live in this country, or
it'll happen. Yeah, it'll happen.
If you just elect to not work, they're going to be encouraging people to not work. So
and the White House has reached out to Andrew Yang's. Well, so there's many things that we hope would become blatantly obvious through this quote-unquote crisis, through this manufactured thing, and hopefully it'll be unmanufactured dissent. And what I think is very interesting is that there was all this like impeachment talk and how terrible and everything, right? Impeach. And the Orange Man's terrible and he's going to destroy the country, right? But now that some crazy plague that just so happens to clamp down the clamps on everybody and take everything away from everybody and extract all freedoms from everybody. Now everybody is like super cool with Orange Man, and now Cuomo, the governor of California now, our president says, "Oh, this has been great. I'm meeting with all these great governors, these ultra communist guys, and now they're getting to know each other, and everybody's working together." And the president, the White House, called Andrew Yang's people, whatever that means. He was a presidential hopeful. He was a socialist communist. Pay everybody a basic universal income, which they've been telegraphing that for a very long time. And his proposal is you pay everyone, every adult, $1,000 a month, every child $500 a month. And so for a family like us, we'd get about $5,000 a month. And part of one of the good finding things that I'm finding right now is I'm trying to spend my newfound wealth, and I'm thinking about
fruit trees.
If we are quarantined, and I have this new said found $5,000.
First, we have to plan a retirement party for you.
Yes, I don't know if any of you have heard of this. There's lots of ironies in life. Okay. Last year,
be his first time ever being on welfare.
Yeah. So I'll get the opportunity to be on welfare, which I've always wondered what that was like. We paid off our student loans last year.
Yes.
I do believe within 90 days, if things
if
don't
not sooner.
get better,
if not sooner.
yeah, if
That's
things don't get better, student loans will be paid off.
Forgiven.
So the
That's
Bernie Sanders taboo, that's bad and terrible thing that all the conservative right people are like, blah, blah. Well, we're gonna abolish student loans.
Well, it's already 0%.
We've already 0%ed on the student loans for the next 90 days. And he says there's more to come. Highly likely going to at least pay off, subsidize / whatever on the student loans. All the student loans were federalized with Obamacare. Wow, that's weird. What does that have to do with anything? Okay, so Obamacare, and so we got the student loan things. So yes, thank you, and the Fed. Yes, please. Yes, please, thank you. Come again. But we're all going to get money, so it's good. It's a good thing. And
so we just paid off our student loans.
So we paid off our student loans. Now it's going to get forgiven. So story of my life, I've been working really hard to be financially independent, retire early, FIRE. I don't know if any of y'all have caught on to this new craze about financially independent, retire early, FIRE.
Yeah.
So I'm going to FIRE and retire on a universal basic income.
Because, well,
and then we're all going to feel like, if you're a farmer, you're going to feel like Big Ag, right? Oh, you're going to pay me to not plant corn or whatever? Like, this is like the same thing, man. It's great.
You're going to pay me when all my fig trees die?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, it's going to be great.
And all my chickens die. Can I be a chicken farmer? Because I have a really good
So they're going to pay us.
Oh, my soul. So, let's recap. So, Mexico's closed. Canada's closed.
So all that terrible xenophobia stuff about the northern border and the southern border, it's resolved. Done. Closed.
And then you're
the Democrats are happy about it. The Republicans are happy about it.
That's kind of good-ish.
Except I'm stuck here.
I'm stuck here.
I can't go out either.
Wow.
Not that I want to go anywhere this second.
Not that we were planning to go anywhere, but you can't.
So it's irrelevant if you wanted to go somewhere or not. You ain't going. Va your papas.
Welcome to Nazi Germany.
And so one of our subs commented in Northern California, and they said, we're shelter in place, and you can't go anywhere unless you go to the nearest grocery store. Very much like Italy. Yeah, and somebody else I know that's in California says that they're regulating the flow into the grocery store 20 people at a time.
Italy.
So, in California, Italy.
But that's how it is.
Yeah. And so that's fun, cool stuff. But other than that, it's normal.
And there's police to make sure you're going.
So I asked these people, I'm like, wait a minute, how do they, wow, Babylon, dude, shelter in place. Of course. Of course.
Oh, Dallas
Yeah.
just did shelter in place. I think it's going to be everywhere.
I don't think
know.
so, but we'll see.
He's,
I digress.
He's in phase one.
I'm the watchman.
He is. He's trying to comfort me.
And she's got to, I'm not trying to comfort her. I am the sane, rational, non-conspiratorial, look, Texas mom, you don't know this.
No, it's like the
But she's
roosters
got
and the
tinfoil
chickens.
under her do-rag, y'all.
No, that...
She has tinfoil under her do-rag. She has she sewed a tinfoil lined do-rag.
No, I don't have
All right.
tinfoil
Goob says you do.
lined.
Yeah. Look, Goob's
Goob,
watching the live
you're
stream.
supposed to be watching the kids. What are you doing on here?
Yep.
Yeah. No, but it's like, you know, the rooster is like looking out for predators and he's like protecting. And then the mama hen's just like feeding the baby.
Mama hen's just like...
She's just pecking the ground. Oh, she's just running her mouth?
Well, that too.
Are you saying she's running her mouth? I'm not trying to run my mouth. I was just trying to make an analogy. Like, you know, she's just busy doing her thing.
Busy.
While the daddy rooster's
Running her mouth.
making sure everything's okay.
So
Anywho, no potatoes around here, y'all.
So we're all antisocial. We're all homeschooling.
We're all homeschooled.
We don't have to worry about socialization for homeschoolers because we are mandated to not socialize.
Yeah.
So there,
And very soon we're all going to have a universal
and
basic
very
income.
soon, within 2 weeks, we
We're
are
all
all going to
thirsty.
get sent a check. And the White House had to talk to the communist socialistic Yang guy to ask his people what happens when you send citizens money in the mail, and is it good for the economy? So
Yeah.
the biggest thing about this whole thing is it is the absolute invisible boogeyman, and you can conspiratorialize that or not, but it is incredibly invisible. It's unverifiable. It's undetectable, and we're testing for it in a flawed way.
Heartway
So,
Farm says prayer, discipline, Bible study, all suddenly brought back into school. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So let us know if you're on here and anywhere near you is shut down. If you are, what's it called?
Sheltering in place.
If you are sheltering in place, let us know.
How do you like the language control? Shelter, instead of don't go outside or I'll shoot you. Shelter in place.
It's kind of like
That makes me feel like you're supposed to like crawl under the bed covers and like suck your thumb. Wah! Me, bad monster outside. Wah! Me, shelter in place. What's that mean? That's like if you like. Well, I won't be crude.
Yeah, it's kind of small. We planted until we can't last night, y'all. We planted like all
Rip
day.
just said, imagine how easy it will be for society to turn on Christians. You are 100% correct, but here's what's wild. The GooTube blocked that. I had to approve that because you used the C word. You used the C word, Rip. Now, you be careful using that C word. You're going to offend people.
Illinois.
It's not offend people to martial law doesn't offend anybody. AZ seems pretty normal. Where we are seems relatively normal.
Relatively normal until you go to buy anything. You know, we're not seeing like police out and stuff like that. Well, there was a police in the Walmart. parking lot.
There's always a
But
police
there's
in the
usually
Walmart.
one. So,
I mean, you have to have that presence, always. We've been militarizing our police state. That's why our local police, our little podunk local police, if you call the recording, it says, our first priority is to protect you from terrorism. And now it's going to be, our first priority is to protect you from an invisible terrorist called, name the local current virus thing.
Oh, okay. I was wondering where you were, Emma. Okay. Australia is shelter in place. The whole country. Is it the whole country shelter in place?
Yeah, Australia is a country.
I'm asking her. Is it her town or her
Australia
whole
is a
country?
continent, correct? Australia is a continent that does not exist on the flat Earth, and is actually Australia is a psyop that governments have foisted upon us num-nums, and it doesn't even really exist, which is why y'all talk funny, because it's like a created.
Well, I talked to a friend from New Jersey today, and she was saying that there's like a lot going on with nursing staff and like the prison guards and different things like that, where I guess basically you are exempt from working. If you have a child at home and you need to go home and take care of your child, then you're exempt from working. But that's putting a huge strain on, obviously, like medical staff or prison guards. We have a friend that works in a power plant too, and it's the same there. So basically, they all have to be willing to, if they go into work, they have to be willing that if that next person
they're just
come
going to
in
get stuck there
for their shift because they are taking care of a child, then they're stuck, and they have to be prepared to be stuck at work. And
but let's talk about like the cool stuff like homeschooling and living off of like government welfare and getting to do cool stuff.
Your retirement party.
Let's talk about my retirement party. I'm thinking about I'm going to spend about $5,000 on my retirement party, maybe. It's really going to be dependent upon.
You're going to spend everything. You're going to spend our whole check in 1 month on your party.
Well, there's going to be fireworks.
That's very irresponsible.
There's going to be gunpowder. I don't know if there's going to be fireworks. There will be loud noises, and
there might not be gunpowder.
Black powder.
Round it all up. But there I go again.
Go ahead.
With the
Molan Libbey, bro.
There I go again, talking like FEMA's running the country.
Conspiratorial.
FEMA's not running the country. What am I saying?
That's weird.
Silly.
FEMA has been given all the, and it's just here. It's great because you know what? The federal government's going to pay for everything, and we have a very strong economy. That's why we have to pay for everything.
All of Australia is sheltered.
It's very scary.
The whole country is sheltered in place. Of Australia.
All right. So you've always homeschooled and you work from home. Yeah, we met with a couple today, and he's in insurance, and we're looking to stud out Zach. So they came to check out Zach, and they liked it.
Zach's our Zebu bull.
Zach's our Zebu bull. A2 Zebu bull.
Yes. So we have somebody, our first potential person. It's going to be a mini Jersey.
Mini Jersey.
Cow bred to our
heifer.
Bred to our Zebu bull. And we have some really awesome pictures. Maybe we'll put them on Instagram. Updated pictures that are from Honey Bun. If anybody's been around long enough to know who Honey Bun is, our first Jersey cow. Honey's baby is the bull was Zach, our bull. And he's a cute little bull calf, and he's half Jersey and half Zebu. A2. The family's keeping him for their breeding herd. He'll be the new bull for their breeding herd. He is gorgeous. He is so cute. So maybe I'll hop on over to our Instagram sometime and I'll put some pictures out there. He's so cute. I don't know what his name is. But anyway, this will be another little Jersey Zebu house for this family. So really cool. Shelves are empty. Yeah, I think it's just when you go and that kind of thing.
It's supply chain. The shelves are going to fill back up. The meat's going to come back because people don't have big enough freezers to just keep hoarding stuff. They're going to fill their freezer. It's going to come to an equilibrium. The only thing that would affect the food supply is if the government restricted it in some way. Like most of the stuff that happens, like overseas, when you see food shortages, it's usually sanctions. And sanctions are usually war crimes perpetrated against countries like Iran and Venezuela. And when our great, wonderful country sanctions other countries, it always hurts like kids and women and families, and it never hurts any of the scumbags. So that's just more of our political shenanigans.
Black Bear says martial law in a month. I mean,
well, martial law right now. I mean, martial law in New York City.
But I think that martial law is going to happen.
I don't think martial law is going to happen nationally.
I know.
Yeah, it's not. Because they're going to restrict, and then they're going to let go, and that's what they always do. Look, everybody said that junk about Katrina. Everybody has always said that stuff, and it's going to eventually happen. Mm-hmm. It's just not going to happen this time. Not enough pieces are in place yet.
I don't know.
And not enough. There's still like 4 or 5 people with like 5 brain cells.
I think they got really good momentum on this, and I think they're going to take it as far as they can.
Well, they had really good momentum on the Civil War. How long ago was that?
A long time ago.
They achieved a
Trick
lot.
Question. You're asking me homeschool questions.
The Civil War.
You just want to know if I'm up on my homeschool.
1492. All 4 fathers brought forth a more perfect union. You should. What did Texas mom? It was funny. It was a Civil War question too, and she was like, "That was 1776 when Abraham Lincoln gave the Appomattox address at the courthouse of the."
I wasn't good at history, though. I like history. I'm just not good at remembering all the facts.
You cannot buy silver and gold anywhere, even though the price is incredibly low.
Heartway says she agrees with me. In less than a month, she thinks full-bore martial law. Is that what you're saying? I think so, too. I'm not saying it to freak anybody out.
They can't, I mean, National Guard couldn't even pull off martial law right now. They're going to have to bring troops home to pull full martial law, and they can't even do that in a month. They did.
What, like a week or 2 ago? They already activated all the troops.
No, they didn't activate all the troops. They just sent more troops over to Iran to kill people.
They have
they did.
Everybody home.
No, they didn't. They didn't send everybody home. No way. Yeah, right. No, they didn't. No, they're not.
Does anybody have military friends?
That's National Guard for one, and National Guard is not. Yeah, National Guard is on active duty, and the National Guard isn't big enough to lock down the country. And the National Guard isn't skilled or trained enough to lock down the country, because unfortunately, our National Guard is going to die if they tried to do that, because they would absolutely not win. They wouldn't. I know way too.
I don't think I'm not saying it's going to be a war. I'm just saying.
Well, there is going to be a war. That's why it's not going to happen. There's going to be a war. You come out here in the country and you try to lock us down, you go ahead. You better be able to eat lead and dodge bullets like Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. Just saying.
Annie agrees with me.
Well, there you go. 2 women. Oh, it must be real and accurate. Oh, there we go. All the problems are solved, just like all the women in Congress fixing everything. Thank you, Ocasio-Cortez. Well, there I go, being a sexist, chauvinistic pig.
No talk of martial law on the active side. Okay. We'll see. All of our fears are calm. Thank you, Blackwell. Allie Black.
Fake news. Mike. Okay, Mike. Finger on the pulse, Mike. Could they pull off martial law now? They can't. I mean, it's the perfect time to deal with Orange Man, the conservative. They can't do it. I think probably when it really happens, it's going to be the Antichrist. I think that's when. Ear to the ground. Mike, well, at least you're not asleep, Mike. Economy reset.
No.
Yeah, there will be, we will get digital currency and all that good stuff. There's not going to be an economy reset, only because all the libertarians and all the economic people think that there's going to be some kind of reset and you're going to ride out the storm. But the big storm that's coming, you ain't riding it out, y'all. Just saying. Wall Street, that people on the floor at Wall Street has been a has been a charade for like 20 years. I used to be a financial planner, and I'm like, what is all that retarded, like, blue and red and yellow vests? And come on, dude. That junk was fake when they were doing it. That junk was fake. You can't. Oh, 1 billion shares. Dude, that's like puppet theater. That was like, hello, hello, how are you today? It's puppet theater, man. That Wall Street stuff was fake. All that pre-trading that's done electronically, Wall Street's been fake for a long time, y'all. Fake. And they kept those dudes with the little coats on to make it look like it wasn't fake. Fake. Totally fake. Synthetic. False.
Says, Emma says
not
you
real.
have a future in ventriloquism. Oh my. Oh my, y'all. So yeah. Homeschooling, no standardized tests. Let's see. We're all preppers now. We are literally a nation of preppers, okay?
We're all homeschoolers.
We're all homeschoolers.
We're all preppers. We all think ahead. We all plan.
Everybody's planning ahead.
We all prepare.
Everybody's stuck in
Everybody's
their
buying seed. M.I. Gardner is selling at like 5 times his normal rate.
Everybody's buying seeds. Everybody's planting a garden.
Baker Creek, I think, is like borderline sold out.
I guess it's hard to get.
Everybody's
chicks.
planting a victory garden. Yeah, hatcheries are like
Hatcheries are having trouble
backed
keeping
up.
Every time Tractor Supply gets in an order of chicks, they're like gone within a day. Like usually they have chicks left over and then they put them on sale and you can get them really cheap. Not now, y'all. They are gone. Like I can't get seed potatoes anywhere. I know y'all want to hear about potatoes.
The reason all this stuff is gone is because there are no empty shelves. Okay, according to our president, I'm just saying, look, you gotta watch TV so that you know what is happening.
Good entertainment. We have to.
You
laugh.
have to watch TV. This is why there are no empty shelves. We want to thank Walmart. There are no empty shelves. I'm like, gee, Don, when I just went to Walmart, there was empty shelves, bro. Maybe you need better intel, bro.
You're not seeing.
And if
empty
your
shelves.
intel is that good, maybe your corona numbers are wrong, Donnie.
You're not seeing empty
We have a very strong economy. We will send you $5,000 to stimulate a very strong economy that doesn't need to be stimulated because it is very strong. Oh, and remember how we said public education was very important? Well, not right now. You're fired. You're fired.
Oh my.
Public school, you're fired.
Oh my. Yes. Yeah. Interesting. So we're all preppers. We're all homesteaders. We're all homebound. We're all on like a homecation. I guess all the different shore towns are like closed up. My friend was telling me that like you can only get into a shore town right now if you can show residency to that shore town. You can't like go vacation in a shore town right now.
Why should you have the liberty to go to a second or third home?
You're only allowed to go to the grocery store and back. That's it.
Yeah. Of course.
Without papers.
Because that's going to stop the spread of the invisible
to show the paperwork.
disease that we're not sure
closed, you have to show
even
paperwork.
exists that much, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, hey, another thing I heard by watching the Retard Box was Cuomo, the homo, he said, I don't know if he's a homo, he sounds like a homo. Okay, Cuomo said that 40,000 people have been tested in New York, 40,000 people, and 10,000 people have the virus. Well, it just so happens that the testing that they do has a 25% false positive. So, okay, homeschoolers, time for the math question. 40,000. What is 25% of 40,000? 10,000. Ding, ding, ding. Look, now, if you've never homeschooled before, that's going to be your first math question. I want you to ask your children, what is 25% of 40,000? So, okay, class. Pencils down.
Yeah, it's funny. It is funny. Emma was saying what they're considering essential and what they're considering not essential. I mean, it's very interesting. Like, my friend was saying that her mom's dishwasher, no, not washer, I'm sorry, her dryer was broken, right? Well, the guy, they called, and the guy said, I'm not legally allowed to come out and service your dryer right now because it's considered non-essential. And she was just like, okay, well, are you coming?
Thank
or
you,
not?
Technocratic overlords.
So, like, I'm not going to report you. You can come fix my dryer. I, you know, it's still cold up there. You don't want to hang up clothes right now. So, anyway, he came and fixed the dryer. But it's very interesting. Like,
but if you're,
if she was saying, what if the refrigerator broke?
But if you're a government bootlicker, you can work. And you know what? We have to social distance ourselves, but all those melon heads on the screen, they can all be shoulder to shoulder, so that you know they need some guys in lab coats. They need
or
more.
You don't have to work and you can stay home with your kid and get a universal income check.
Well, I'm down. Let's do it. It's gonna happen anyway, so I'm just gonna embrace it.
Well,
I'm gonna embrace the stupid.
I don't know if you're essential.
The idiocracy.
TD, are you essential to life?
I am non-essential. And there's nothing more than many people would wish that I would
you
go away.
Would you and Richie Rich, what you do in a day, considered essential to human life?
I would say yes.
I think they already said no, though. I think they've already said you're not essential.
Well, no, they haven't yet, but we'll see. We'll see what they say. I'm looking forward to my check, y'all. And I'm gonna buy some Ben and Jerry's. I'm gonna buy some Ben and Jerry's and some.
I'm gonna Ben and Jerry's down here.
I'm gonna buy some grape Kool-Aid, some pickles, some Ben and Jerry's, and some more stereotypical items.
You have to get the other ice cream. What's the ice cream? So
Bluebell. Bluebell.
You might get Ben and Jerry's.
Get some Bluebell. Well, they don't sell homo ice cream down here. Ben and Jerry's is homo ice cream. They don't sell that.
Oh my, they're not gonna pick this up.
I'm trying to get them to.
I'm so sorry, y'all. They're gonna flag this. Here, say goodbye to our channel.
America, fly the flag, America.
So let's talk about how awesome my chickens are doing out front right now.
The chickens are quasi-devastating the front food for us.
It's awesome. They are doing so good.
They're scratching and clawing.
I was talking to them tonight. I was like, good job, girls. You're doing so good.
Crazy chicken lady was talking to her chickens.
They're doing so good. And then Goob overheard me. And, yes, he was laughing. I thought I was talking to them. Oh, my. Agreed. Chicken girl. People will call you insane for the tinfoil hat.
What do you think of churches canceling services?
I know it's a big deal. Like, people are like, you're in sin if you don't go to church. I think every situation is different. There are some people that...
Well, first off, I think that if you're sick, you shouldn't be going to church and infecting everybody anyway.
Or like your parents. They're more...
Well, my poor parents haven't been to church in like almost 2 years because my dad is like bedbound.
But I'm saying that if they were able, you know, they're older, they're more, you know...
Well, there's tons of old people that go to the church. I mean, if you're able to go, but...
So there might be certain...
They're bedbound. They can, he can't go. My mom takes care of him. She can't go. So, there you go.
I think all the churches that we know down here have stopped services until further notice.
Yeah, and
Yeah. I mean,
you can have a service and not breathe and cough on each other and do all that stuff. I mean, you can do all that stuff, and you're not going to get... If you're willing to go to Slimy Wally World to buy potatoes, and you're going to expose yourself to buy a bag of potatoes,
but it's different.
You should be.
Most churches are set up like that. There's groups.
Well, it's not different. You just say, okay, well, look, we're going to not breathe on each other's mouths, and we're not going to like
do youth group and
do all the stuff that we normally do. We're going to just
go and
not be dumb and be smart.
Don't touch each other.
Yeah. Of course.
Don't breathe on each other. Get out your 3-foot corona.
And there's nothing. This right here. This is me corona stick. And I don't care if you're my mama or my grandma. You come within this here corona stick, I'm gonna say, get back, get back. And that's how you socially distance yourself. Don't breathe my air. I was always like a germophobic kind of guy, man. I always washed my hands.
I just mop the floors with vinegar. Yeah, doing the online thing. I mean, my friend is in the medical field, and she was just saying, like, until they really get a handle on it and really kind of know what they're dealing with. The thing is that they don't really know exactly what they're dealing with.
I don't believe anybody in the medical field. Medical field, they regurgitate what they're hearing.
Sure.
But since when is the medical field thinks a vaccination is cool and good?
Right, I know.
Since when does the medical
but
field?
It's not all bad and it's not all good.
It's
Like
not
we
all
have
bad.
learned that, like when it comes to medical stuff, like you have to filter it and you have to make your own choices and everything. So I mean, it's not all bad. It's not all good. You just kind of gotta sift through it and try to figure out for yourself what's true, what's not true. But yeah, I don't think it's a bad thing that, like, I don't think the church should, like, kowtow to the state. Like, oh, you say closed? Closed. Like, I don't think that should be the situation.
But that is the situation.
I think if you have legitimate concerns about things.
But if
as
you have
a
legitimate
church
concern,
body-
here's the whole thing. In South Korea, they quarantine people that were sick. That's the way this whole thing should be being done and should be happening. You quarantine people that are sick. You don't stinking quarantine everybody. That doesn't even make any sense. It would make sense to self-quarantine if you were predisposed to something. That's called common sense. That's called personal responsibility. That's called using the brain that the good Lord gave you. That makes sense. But all this other shenanigans is nothing but shenanigans, and I call shenanigans on all of it. And that's why it's just bogus. And it just so happens that it enables them to destroy every last perceivable liberty we thought we had. Well, that's convenient. This invisible terrorist threat that we are warring against, and we will win this battle.
Todd says 10 feet back with plenty of Lysol.
Nothing can get through a bounty paper towel roll.
Oh my. Common sense. Right. Yeah, I mean, I don't think everybody does have common sense, so that's one thing that you would have to, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Of course, America's the new epicenter. China was the boogeyman, and now they're saying, oh, China's hiding the real devastation, and people are still dying. When it first started, they said China was burning bodies, and here are the maps of the clouds, the plumes of the burning bodies. And then some weather guy said, no, that is a weather forecast map, and that has nothing to do with like smoke clouds or anything. It's like so much like. And look, 9/11 was an inside job, period. And look. We are riding. Look, the 9/11, the Patriot Act gets renewed every single year. And any dumb conservative Republican that thinks that this stuff is going to all be drawn back, why does the Patriot Act get renewed? RD, red, blue, purple, rainbow, and all these modes and everything. Everybody's cool with the stinking Patriot Act and 9/11. Everybody is cool with it. How does that make any sense? Because it's not red, it's not blue, it's not Pepsi, it's not Coke, it's green, y'all. It's green. Follow the green.
We were talking about positive things about.
Green is positive. I am going to get a check, y'all, from our very strong economy. And it's exciting. It's Mountain Dew. Yeah. Mountain Dew's kind of neon yellow.
Oh my. Yeah. I think just common sense, I think just,
Rip said, here's a positive. There's no traffic on the road. Good point. That's a very good point. There is no traffic.
And there's not that very many people at Walmart tonight because the shelves were empty.
The chickens are not self-isolating, man. They're going buck,
They're doing
and they've
good.
learned how to scratch and peck.
But
And
they haven't.
forage.
The two flocks haven't merged yet. We still have two separate flocks out there. Like
In the front?
in the front, the
Oh.
old girls and then the new girls.
So they are still, they're a little clicky.
They're social distancing.
They got a little click. They got clicks going on.
Yeah, but they're full bore chickens now.
They're not mingling.
They're doing really good.
They're doing great.
Terrific.
You did good.
Tremendous.
They're tremendous. I got the best and greatest chicken minds working on the front yard. It's going to be tremendous. It's a very strong, powerful front yard. The fruit trees are very strong and powerful.
Oh my.
It's going to be lots of production.
They're doing really good.
Ruh-roh. What was that?
I don't know. They're making desserts out there. Oh my. So yeah, everybody's a prepper, everybody's a homesteader, everybody's buying chickens, everybody's like...
Somebody wanted to
Stocking their
know
pantry.
blackberry bush varieties. So you have, there's a couple Primark varieties. All the varieties there's Arapaho, Apache, and Navajo.
They're all Indian?
Yeah. And then there's Primark. There's a couple different Primarks.
Listen to me in my dated homeschool. I said Indian.
They're all Indian? You mean First Nations?
Yes,
mother.
I'm sorry.
First Nations.
Sorry.
Allow the homeschool history class to begin. You must use the newspeak that is
All
required.
of our blackberries are
In
First
order for
Nation?
history to make sense, we must use the newspeak First Nations peoples. Well, think about it. All the blackberries have been here for a very long time.
Well,
Just
they
saying.
are.
But yeah, I would go with there's another one. I think I have like 5 different varieties, and then I have a couple unknown
Blackbird.
varieties.
I was Blackbird. But I thought I was an
Mama
Indian
was a black
all
dog,
this
Daddy
time.
was a Chickasaw.
Now I'm a native. No, what
Now you're a First Nations. Will you stop being so racially insensitive?
Now I'm a First Nation person. A little bit, like 10%.
No, you're more than a
20%.
little bit. You're more than 20%. All right. So yeah, I would go with it. I would go with the thornless. I would go. Primark's pretty good, but those, yeah, Arapaho, Apache, and another one.
So
And I think
just
there's
ask
another.
what they would most closely identify themselves with.
Well, yeah, it's a relative. Some blackberries identify as a raspberry.
No,
So
which,
maybe-
No, which First Nation group they would most identify
Oh.
with.
Oh, there's a
Oh,
cookie delivery. Y'all.
cookies.
Hold on a
Hold on.
second,
Yeah, get
y'all.
up.
We got some. Well, hopefully we have some peanut butter. Rufus sometimes flips the script on us. They're peanut butter, y'all. Zoinks! There we go. All day. Gluten-free, grain-free, sugar-free, taste-free. Look.
Look at that. It's not all bad at the staycation. It's not all bad when you're on homecation. Oh my.
So, what's wrong with something like this wake-up call for people to realize they want to be preppers, homeschoolers, canners, or even full-out homesteaders?
Yeah.
That is another absolute positive bonus
Yeah.
feature of the current pandemic.
Absolutely. That was one thing that my friend was talking to me about today was that, if they could be somewhere where they could be more sustainable and grow their own food and stuff like that would be better,
Tastes good, y'all.
Yeah, this is definitely, I think, a big wake-up call.
Yeah,
for
it's
a lot of
all
people.
everybody that was on the fence. I think this is the push. Now, the National Guard can just get out of the way so they can go somewhere. Whoopsie.
As a taste for it.
Okay, Rufus is going to be putting together his cookbook, y'all.
Yeah.
And we've been getting many requests of the Rufus cookbook.
He's really good at it. He's really, really good at making these super healthy, I would say desserts, but he makes meals too that are really good.
Harvey Weinstein got the corona. Who else just got the corona? Oh, you know who it was? I think they said Rand Paul got the corona. You know, they're all in D.C. like voting on stuff, and they're all like not quarantining. I think the best thing that could happen to the country is if all the district of criminals, if they would all stay home. If they stayed home and like life got better for everybody, and we're like, wait a minute, we don't need public school. We don't need, what else do we need? We don't need public school. We don't need to work. We don't need government. There we go. Look at that. Look how much better everything is since all the district of criminals stayed home. The National Guard is the butt of the joke in many ways. And I have friends in the National Guard. So that's, I kid because I care, y'all.
Lone Star.
Lone Star living. Yeah, well, taxes are not essential right now. And, you know, we moved the tax.
That's right. How did we skip that?
Yeah,
one?
we skipped taxes.
Taxes. Public school.
Dallas County
taxes,
lockdown.
Standardized tax.
You're not in Dallas County, right, Lone Star? Jonathan? Mm-mm. He's in Frisco. Is Frisco in Dallas County? Boom.
Oh, good.
Dodged a bullet there, Lone Star.
Wow.
Active hates the Guard. That's like, the Guard's like the Bush League, right? That's like the minor league. It's like the B Squad. There are well-educated militiamen in the state of Texas that would eat the National Guard for breakfast. All right, I'm saying.
I'm with you, Lone Star. I'd see the same thing. I know I'm the doom and gloom. But
Of course, the National Guard's going to help feed people and help people. That's how it all starts. That's how the national welfare starts. Oh, the cookies are amazing. Thank you. Cookies are fantastic. It always starts with this beautiful, wonderful, terrific thing until it's not, until it's this ugly thing. That's how it always starts with the pretense. That's how it works. Yes, I want more. Send some cookies your way. They're amazing. I would like some more, please. I'm kind of working on since I'm like sheltering in place here, I don't want to burn too many calories. I want to kind of build up my stores, especially since, you know, maybe even build up my fat stores because, you know, food's going to become a little bit maybe possibly sparse. Working on my waistline.
So we planted, what did we plant yesterday? We were outside all day planting.
I planted many trees yesterday.
We did a lot of trees.
I put trees in gopher baskets, planted them, got a lot of drippers in. Without the help of the National Guard. I didn't need no help of the National Guard. I didn't need any money from the federal government.
I did.
I didn't die yesterday.
Tomatoes. I got all my tomatoes in yesterday. I kind of got a game plan-ish for my potatoes to go in.
Speedy delivery.
They heard you. Let me go. I gotta go get more cookies.
Still juicing twice a day at work as long as I'm allowed to be at work. As long as I'm permitted to work. Why are government bootlickers permitted to work?
They're permitted.
What about the National Guard? Are they practicing social distancing while they're handing out food?
What if you tell them that all of your children are at home now, so you have to be home?
What happened during Katrina when the military came to take law-abiding citizens' weaponry? And they were just doing it to protect people. What happened? I mean, we're not talking about hypothetical scenarios.
No, you can look back at the different places where they were in a disaster and the National Guard stepped in.
Mm-hmm.
Even Sandy. I mean,
Yeah, Superstorm Sandy. They've done it. They do it over and over again.
and then violence goes crazy,
Mhm.
you know.
If they wouldn't have taken everybody's guns, they wouldn't have to worry about violence.
Where do you buy your fruit trees?
I bought fruit trees from Stark Brothers. Very good source. I bought fruit trees from, if you're in Texas, Leg Creek Farms. It's a great resource. They just started selling Frost Hardy Citrus. Leg Creek Farm. Stark Brothers is good. I bought from, do not buy from Guernsey's. Overpriced junk. Don't buy from Guernsey. They're junk. And they're overpriced. They're super small and they're junk. Willis Orchards is awesome. High quality, decent price. Very fast. Oh man, I bought from everybody. Let's see, who else? One Green World is good. High quality. Bob Wells Nursery in Lindale, Texas is absolutely fabulous. And they now ship online. Bob Wells Nursery. And if you go to Bob Wells Nursery online and order anything, tell Ed and Rachel Donnelly, the Texas Dad, said, "What's up?" and that I referred you to Bob Wells Nursery in Lindale, Texas. And they have an incredibly large variety. They also have cold hardy avocados. And yeah, the people at Bob Wells Nursery in Lindale, Texas are absolutely fabulous people.
Emma says, is there going to be a baby boom? Is there going to be a virus baby boom? They'll be like, oh,
I hope so.
You're a corona baby.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope there will be corona babies. I hope there'll be many corona babies. But we'll see. We'll see. We will be stocking our pond with fish.
Probably not this.
Yeah, probably this pond. Texas Mom says no because she's just scared of fish or something.
I don't. Well,
our other pond already has fish. We don't need to stock it.
I still want it to be dirty. I want it to be clean. Clean fish.
Fish
not dirty
do not
fish.
make water dirty. They make water clean.
I want clean
Can somebody
fish.
please tell Texas Mom
I want clean fish.
how ecosystems work? All right. Because Texas Mom hasn't taught our children biology yet.
My tea is very good, Goob. Thank you for my tea.
Do we want any more children, Texas Mom? Do we want...
You just said you
Did
were.
we want the children that we have, Texas
That's
Mom?
not nice.
No, it's a question. I'm trying to be mean.
Did we want them? Yes,
Of course we wanted
all
them.
of
We wanted all of them.
That's what
We want more. We want many, many
Two?
more.
You want more?
Sure.
You're being crazy.
If I don't die from the
He
corona.
thinks he's retiring, so he's all like...
Retire young, retire rich, and retire with many children.
He's like in retirement mode.
I
Oh my
don't get all stressed out about organic trees. I bought some organic trees. You'll pay a lot more for organic trees, but if you're using organic methods and that tree is going to grow, whatever non-organic stuff, it's gonna work its way out. It's just like us, you know what I mean? Just feed it good. Use organic methods. I really like the Dirt Doctor and his tree treatment and all that stuff. So
Take cash from super chats.
but we do take super chats. Sophia, we do. You can send us super chats.
You don't have to send us a super chat. We're just having fun being here.
We just have fun being on. But if you feel so moved,
Oh,
look, I would prefer you buy elderberry cuttings or something because the Goo Tubes takes a big cut on the super chats. And I would much rather
yeah.
send you some super awesome. I
It's
got
gonna be limited.
a bunch more elderberry cutting
It
orders
is
that I'm
gonna
shipping
be
out
limited
tomorrow.
supplies on the elderberry soon.
Oh, I can take more cuttings, I ain't afraid. I got more stuff out back.
It's still limited.
Well, we'll be limited. Supplies are limited. You know what's not limited? U.S. dollars. U.S. dollars are not limited. And the U.S. can send you a check for... My prognostication is
If you don't want to go to work.
every adult will get $1,000 a month and every child will get $500 a month. So we'll be
That's
getting
what
5 G's, y'all.
We can live big down here.
We do have a Patreon, and we are very thankful for our patrons. If you would like elderberry cuttings, you can PayPal us at countrytexasboys@gmail.com. Include your address. It is $10 for every 3 cuttings and $5 for shipping. So, if you would like 3 cuttings, that would be $15. If you would like 6 cuttings, that would be $25. Fast math.
Sophia's investing in her food 401k.
There you go. Invest in your food 401k. And our elderberry cuttings, you know, we cut them and put them in water. They're rooting already, and they're kind of growing, but they'll be great. You stick them in the ground. Can I do a video on the best or essential garden tools? There's like very few. A hori knife spade is my essential gardening tool, and a shovel. And some mycorrhizal. But that's it. And a post hole digger. Oh, and I got this auger thing that I haven't even used yet to plant fruit trees.
You have to do a video. Okay.
I'll have to do a video.
Like 4 or 5 things. Let's do a video on it.
Your bare hands.
That'll be a good
That'll be a good video.
spring video. Yes. Especially everybody's getting in the mode for planting, so it's good.
So send us all an email if you'd like elderberry cuttings. They are Adams. Next year we'll have, well, I have Ranch and Bob Gordon. I have Ranch and Bob Gordon, but I'm not sure which one's which, so I bought more from Terry Durham at River Hills Harvest. And for our zone, Ranch and Bob Gordon do exceptionally well. And just so y'all know, the phytonutrient beneficial effects of elderberry is found predominantly in American strains and not the European strain, which is most of the elderberries that are sold are the European strain, but the American strains of elderberry are much higher in the different phytonutrients that actually bolster your immune system. So, fun fact.
North Idaho Realtor is on.
North Idaho Realtor. How is real estate in northern Idaho?
It is Northern Idaho right now. Have you ever heard of nano silver for health?
Nano silver is similar to colloidal silver, and we use colloidal silver. We just ran out of colloidal silver.
Yeah.
And colloidal silver is great for stuff like pink eye. Everything is slowing down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So my chick brooder, on another note, I know this is like totally random.
Random fact.
Super excited about my chick brooder, y'all. It's working really, really well. I really love it. And it's all set up in the shop. So I don't have any
My
little
shop.
stinky chicks in the front room.
No more stinky shit. Stinky chips in the front room, but there are stinky. Okay, let me. Stinky chicks in my shop. Woo, that almost didn't come out right.
That almost.
I think I'm a little tired. I apologize. I almost had to rated our live stream there.
Stinky chicks.
Stinky chicks.
Stink ships.
Eat seashells at the seashore. Woo! I gotta lay off the kombucha, y'all.
Stink ships.
Wow. Okay, what was the email? I'm gonna type in our email, y'all.
Oh my.
Woo! Gotta lay off the kombucha.
We don't have.
I've been partying ever since I thought about this,
We
my
don't
basic
have
universal
kombucha.
income, y'all. I have been like stinking. Just like the rest of the unemployed man, just been drinking and whatnot, drinking elderberry wine. You phytonutrients flowing through my lips.
It doesn't have elderberry wine. Oh my word.
Oh, dang.
Oh my.
Okay, so there's our email, and countrytexasboys@gmail.com. That's our email, that's our PayPal. So it's $10 for every 3 cuttings and $5 for shipping.
So just make a note if you send it through PayPal.
And include your mailing address.
Yeah. Just say what you want.
The effects of retirement. Yo, man, I'm on the beach in Tahiti, bro.
No.
Thank you, Donald Trump.
You're not.
Trump, the last Trump. Thanks, Donald. Strong economy. You're fired. Texas Dad, you're fired. Thanks, Donald. I don't need to work. Ha ha, yeah. Where's Meat Chickens? Yo, Meat Chickens, where are you at, dude? Always complaining that I don't go live.
No, we told him we were
Meat
making him a
chickens.
moderator too. Oh my. Oh my. Fun times, y'all. Some crazy, crazy stuff.
Yep, exciting. It's a great time to be alive. It's a great time. This is a great time to teach your children
Yep.
about Guberman and the mechanism and why we're not dominionists, right? And why we don't legislate morality with the sword, right? That's why we don't do it. Here's why we don't do it. And this is why we have no king but Jesus. And God is in control and he's coming back.
Yep.
And God was in control when Hitler was on the throne too. But nobody ever says that. Nobody ever said that in Nazi Germany. Well, God's in control. And why is the National Guard? Why isn't it not good that the National Guard are feeding people? Why isn't it good that the brown shirts, the brown shirts are feeding the workers that have been displaced in Nazi Germany? Well, it's Nazi Germany and his name was Hitler. Yep. I'm writing a book. It's funny that you mentioned that, Chicken Gal. I'm writing a book. It's called Somehow I Manage. I don't know if I've ever mentioned the fact that I'm writing a book.
Or maybe you should expand it now.
Somehow I manage
quarantine?
on a retired income. Somehow I manage on a retired basic universal income.
Somehow I manage on homebound. What are we called now?
We're not sheltering in place yet. Texas is not
Somehow.
sheltering in place.
Well, parts are. Some cities are. Right, Dallas? Dallas County
Yes.
is. So. that's
Life
where
is
it
hard. Yes, exactly. Kingdom now, bruh.
Oh my, Michigan is still free.
Well, that is good. Let's hope it stays that way.
Yeah.
They were all just doing their jobs, exactly. Yeah. I do want to see when the military-industrial complex engages. There are very, 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 very good men and unfortunately women. Oh, thank you, Allie. There are very good men and women in our military. And I don't know how that the military-industrial complex is going to overcome the fact. I do believe that they will. I believe that the United States military-industrial complex is the beast arm of
But
the New
there's a
World
lot
Order.
of really good people in the military too that I don't think are going to. They have lines in the sand, I think, with certain things.
I think all of this is about lines in the sand, and we just the lines in the sand. We write most of them at the seashore, and the waves come and wash them away, and then there's no more lines. Like,
That's
hey,
time.
where'd the
That's
line?
Time goes.
Yeah.
You forget. Oh yeah, there was that Katrina thing. Oh
Yeah.
there was that whatever, fill in the blank thing. And that's how
Nothing's
this
bad
whole
with
thing-
helping people. What's so bad with giving illegal immigrants medical coverage? And what's so bad with giving illegal immigrants welfare? What's so bad with that? We're helping people. What's so bad with helping sick, poor, and dying people all over the world? Well, we can't financially do it. That's what's bad with it. And our great trillionth great grandkids are supposedly going to be paying for it. Somebody's going to pay for it. That's what's wrong. There's nothing wrong with helping people. You're phrasing a question as a false paradigm.
Right. Nobody's against helping people.
Nobody's against helping
There's
people.
there's been some amazing outreach. I think we've seen that all across the country, like just people in churches and neighbors.
Of
and
course.
just personal people putting themselves out there.
Honestly, the
And-
National Guard is unneeded. If they wouldn't force everybody to shelter in place, communities could come together and help each other.
Right.
That's part of the ostracization process. You don't agree with what? Yeah. We just agree to disagree.
I don't
I mean, history is very obviously and plain and clear. And Well, why don't you agree with helping illegals? Why don't you? That's inconsistent. That's not logical or practical. Illegals are here. And what happens when illegals aren't illegal anymore? Then should we help them? When by the swipe of a pen, the illegal immigrants are legal now, and then should we help them? Right? They're people. I'm not misunderstanding you. I understand exactly what you're saying. And this is why women, look, I don't want to get all misogynistic, but women are emotional. And I mean, I don't know. Oh, yeah, you my single mom life. And you're a woman, and so you're thinking emotionally, and the government is great at manipulating women. That's why we have all that's why they want all these women in politics, right? Children are their oppressors and women rule over them.
I think the thing is that they're not just their
Effe-
jurisdiction
Effeminate
that
men.
they take is not to just give out food. What they've done, what we've seen in the past, is that they don't just go and do good. That they oppress certain areas and they take advantage
Yes.
of people
Yes,
that
they
are
have.
in a bad situation. They make it a whole lot worse.
Not only that, but they purposely, if they're controlling the charity, they purposely redirect it. You can read about this like for days and days. You can look at everything that happened with Katrina, and all of it was wrong. The FEMA trailers that still exist that are packed with carcinogens that people buy and they give people cancer. The problem with government intervention, government has never. Okay, we're gonna take a poll. I would like 15 people. There's 33 people in here. I would like 15 people to name one thing that the government has ever done that is right, efficiently and effectively, that is actually right. Something that the government is good at that people benefit from.
So what should we be doing right now instead?
We should be loving our community, helping our community, working with our community, and if that means defying a tyrannical, unconstitutional law, then that's what it means.
Right. Well, I understand. I think what you're saying is that if we're all commanded to shelter in place, then they're kind of preventing us from helping.
Of course,
other
that's
people.
that's the point.
You know,
And it's
so
done
if
in
I'm
the
only
name.
allowed to go to the grocery store,
Right.
I
Of
can't
course.
go take care of my
Of course,
neighbor.
but here's the thing. What makes the National Guard immune to the coronavirus? And what makes the National Guard guy that has the coronavirus, when he comes to help me, prevent him from infecting me? Nothing. That's why the whole concept is stupid. And that's why it's illogical, doesn't make sense, and it's just void, and it's proof that it's agenda. It's a proof that it's agenda driven, and it has nothing to do with helping people. Hey, the government wants to help people. Send everybody $5,000 check, right? Do you agree with that? I mean, that's helping people. People are suffering right now. People don't have money to pay their bills. Do you think it's good for the government to send everybody a check? I mean, it's all it's it. We just have to think consistently.
So, Australia sold a lot of their land to China, so Chinese
Yeah.
wants to share with it.
We sold all of our ports to China. I mean, so we did the same thing Australia did. You know, and somehow now China's the boogeyman. But if you research the CFR and Sasha Brzezinski and Heinz Kissinger and all that stuff, they made China the industrial power that it is on purpose to now make it the boogeyman. They will get what back from us? They've already got everything. That's why they shouldn't.
China
That's why they're
has
illegitimate.
the largest share of our national debt.
And the other national part of our national debt has been monetized. Oh. The money that they're giving out, doesn't even exist. They're just going to print it out of thin air. and it's going to stack on the $98 trillion
Come over here.
pension liabilities. It's just going to continue to stack higher and deeper.
So I think, you know, this is definitely an eye-opening time for a lot of people, and
Yeah, and I think it's a
pushing
great.
people in the right direction to prioritize.
They won't tax that money. No, they're going to send it to you tax-free. Because once again, now all of a sudden taxes don't matter and taxes aren't good. Look, if we're trying to help you and we tax that money, you wouldn't get all the money to spend, so we're not going to tax it. I mean, every rational, reasonable, logical thing that they've ever done, they're refuting themselves, the government. And it's because they're the government and they're here to help, and we're going to act decisively and quickly, and we're going to fix this. Because the government, people worship the government as God. Most people are absolutely statists, and they worship the government. And they do want to make America great again, which they mean they want to keep America great, right? And and that's the question of whether America ever was great. Yeah, there's some truth to that. That the value of money is psychological, but they're working on that too, and coming up with the digital currency. The Fed has already announced that they're going to be working on like U.S. coin or something like that, and they're going to steal all the rest of our fake paper money.
Yes, Bob R is making some really good, encouraging points to everybody to just keep your focus on the Lord during these times and just trust in Him. And the honest, I guess the truth of it is that we're not going to ever know and understand all of it. We're only going to be able to, you know, guess at what's really happening and going on. I mean, some things are obvious. They're taking our freedom.
Right. What's obvious is, I mean, what's always obvious with government is that they lie, cheat, steal, and kill. And that's what every government in the Bible is always referenced as a beast. And God did not want Israel to have a king. And Christ was from the kingly line of David. But God did not want Israel to have a king. God said, I am your king. And us as Christians, we have no king but Jesus. So Christians should obviously see how beast system any political power is. And we're not Dominionists, we're not Zwingli, we're not Calvin, we're not Luther, we're not going to enforce we're not Augustine, right? We're not who's the guy that saw the flaming cross in the sky and then killed all the Anabaptist people? Constantine. Check Texas Mom out.
I know
History major.
I know my
Texas
Anabaptist
Mom
history.
Texas Mom listens.
I just started my Anabaptist history this year. I'm up on my Anabaptist
Oh
history.
yeah, Constantine. What was that? What's the when he saw in the sky? What did he say? He said something in Latin or
Bob
something.
R said, "Good job." You like that, Bob R? That was probably my only trivia question that I got right all night.
Slightly off topic, but I shared earlier on Facebook how the pollution has dramatically decreased, and how it must be because the cows are self-isolating. Uh-oh, Antonia's on. You good, Antonia?
From Ohio. Are you on homebound? What is this called? Why do I can't remember?
Antonia, are you sheltering in place right now?
Are you sheltering in place?
Come on, you have to learn the newspeak if you're going to
I can't
communicate.
remember it. I keep, my mind goes back to...
In this sign we conquer. Sol Invictus! Boom! Man, I'm a Latin major. Sol Invictus.
Stay at home order.
All day.
Ohio.
Ohio,
Is it just
Ohio.
your county? Or
No, it's Ohio.
the whole state?
Oh, yeah.
Is it?
Rico.
She'll tell me.
It is the whole state.
And we just learned that Dallas County is stay at home.
Yeah. Goes in effect tomorrow. 11:59 p.m. That's the magical time Ching.
My friend in New Jersey was stay at home. When is it? 9 o'clock? What did you say? Tomorrow?
11:59 p.m. It's written right there
Oh,
on
I'm
the screen.
sorry, I didn't read it. Goes into effect tomorrow at 11:59.
Sorry, Anthony. A Texas mom was ignoring you.
Sorry, I wasn't reading it. So you're just gonna go everywhere that you can possibly think of to go before 11:59.
Whole state.
It's easy.
No vans going out.
Yeah.
Don't worry, they're gonna send you a check.
Don't worry, we just learned it last night that everybody's gonna get a universal income check.
You're gonna get a universal basic income. Don't worry about working.
No big deal.
You know, like renting vans out, you're gonna toxify and infect people. You can't be doing that.
They don't want you being a productive member of society anymore.
This is Cheryl, Bob's wife, who took it all. Show me the money. Oh, poor Bob. I feel Bob's pain. You took the UBI, or?
Yeah. She was. My friend Anthony is on here. She's saying Ohio is shelter in place. So
Are there any verses? God hath not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind.
yes, small business is going to be bailed out.
We conquer fear with love in a very biblical, non-hippie way.
If your small business has any way been impacted by all this, they're going to take care of you. So you don't have to worry about that. And you're going to get a universal basic income check for your family. So there you go.
That's it. 2 Timothy 1:7.
You were giving us lots of good verses this morning.
Timothy was afeared and afeared.
Yeah.
And Paul said, don't be afraid.
Right. Yeah. And I thought the verses that you gave today on watching, was really good too. To watch, don't be scared, don't
Right.
be fearful. But
Psalms 91, right? All those verses in the Psalms. We were singing the Psalms this morning about God protecting us from our enemies and God conquering our enemies. And it's a sad state of affairs when our government is our enemy, and our government is clearly our enemy, and we are to pray that we dwell in peace with them. No desire to fight my government.
right.
I want to dwell at peace with them. And I want them to leave me alone and stay away from me, and I don't need their help, and I don't want their help, and I want them to stay very, 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 very far away from me. As far as the east is from the west is how far I would like them to stay away from me.
No.
We did not see the news about a family in Freehold.
What is it? Fill us in. Nancy Pelosi is fighting Trump. I don't think that any of them
I don't think any of them are fighting. I think they're all learning about each other, and it's just a great time, and they're getting along.
Yeah, if there's any disagreements going on, I think it's a front, honestly.
It's all a WWE front.
7 people died. What happened? Was it a shooting? Or was it
I do think that a shooting will happen over toilet paper or food or hoarding, and that will institute HR 5117.
Yeah, I think
their new gun grab bill.
Yeah, violence.
And I do think it will be a fake shooting. I don't think it'll be real. Because not all shootings are fake, and even if a shooting is fake, it doesn't mean that people don't die. Real people die. I mean, 9/11. Real people died on 9/11. It was still an inside job. Our government killed American citizens, just like our government kills American military. Our government killed Pat Tillman. Our government killed Special Forces Officer Patrick Tillman. Our government did that.
Corona. They all died of corona.
Baloney. 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 Baloney.
He's so on face one.
Baloney.
He's so in denial.
Baloney.
He's in denial. It'll take him some time.
Baloney.
He'll come to grips
A
with
whole family. Baloney.
this week. Maybe.
And right. The UK released this article. This first father that died from the corona, right? And then somebody pulled up an article 2 years ago. He was diagnosed with some rare disease, and they gave him 2 years to live. And the UK was claiming him, and he was 43-year-old father, and blah blah blah. And he was diagnosed with some rare terminal illness, and he just so happened to die while the corona was going through. So he was the first casualty of the corona. So much of this stuff is just bogus, y'all. There is no way a whole family died from the corona. All right, didn't happen. Didn't happen. I do not believe it. I certainly don't believe anything that I see on TV. Period. I don't believe anything that the communist China say. I don't believe anything that our communist government says. Kids and grandkids aren't even affected. They're saying that kids and grandkids aren't even affected by the corona. They've all said that. So now they're lying about that the kids aren't affected and kids die?
Uh-oh.
And that's how stupid they are. They probably are. Our government is stupid and dumb and can't do anything right. So it's that paradox that we're stuck in. And the news is fake. When did you guys have a 1-year-old, Antonia? You have a 1-year-old in Ohio? There's no coronies. Unless children are already immune compromised, there are no children dying from the corona. See, you stinking liar, Antonia. You're just like the government.
Fun.
See, I knew it. I called it. I called baloney. I smelled it, Antonia. I should have known it was you, Antonia. You're just like the government.
Back to the government, but after
No, you're having fun listening. I still think you made it up. Still think you made the story up, Antonia.
Oh my. Right. They're saying younger people have a stronger immune system.
No, they are saying that children can be carriers, but that they're stinking unaffected by it. That's exactly what they're saying.
Google it.
And the reason they have to shut down the schools is because they don't want the kids carrying it to the grandparents.
That's been the thing.
And that's what they've said since Jump
but
Street.
They don't know.
They don't know Jack.
But how? Wait, though. We do know. Like, we can look at China and Italy.
Mr. Solace, where you been?
So, what? Just the American corona?
We can look at what?
Well, I'm saying, no kids died in China.
Okay,
no
hold on a
kids died
second.
in
Hold on a
Italy,
second.
right?
Social science lesson. Our media lies, known liars. They all lie. Our government lies. Our media lies. China are communists. They lie, right? Chinese media is propaganda, and they lie. Okay? Scientists and the technocratic oligarchy lies to propagate their agenda. So, who do you believe when they all lie? They all lie.
What do we think the United States is going to look like in 50 years?
I do not believe that. Well, I said that. I never thought we'd get to 2020, y'all. I'm just saying. All right? And I do believe there's a real virus. I don't believe the virus is a hoax. I believe the virus is real.
And you do believe people are dying from
the virus. And I do believe that people are dying from the virus. I believe that people are dying from obesity, heart disease, car accidents, plane crashes. Most people are dying from democide. Most people die from governments. The greatest killer of people in world history has been governments, statistically proven fact, boom. So the greatest thing that I am quote unquote afraid of statistically is government. I am afraid of democide. If I'm afraid of anything. Air quotes, because God hath not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind. And I am not afraid of governments. But if I were to be afraid of something, it would be the Goobermans.
Mike is being silly. Mike is being the
Believe all women. Mike. You're so trendy, Mike.
Mike.
You're saying these phrases and people might not even get that you're
joking. Bachelor Mike. It's a liberal memo, y'all. Oh, okay. They're all in it. Yeah, of course. They're all in it together. I think they've showed us that over the past week or more.
They're all in it together. And I hope that the greatest thing that the American population gets from all this is that Well, other than repent and believe the gospel, turn from your sins to the living and holy and true and righteous God, and be born again. That is the first thing I hope that they get from all this. The second thing that I hope that everybody gets from this is that government is fake and government lies and government does nothing right. They've never done anything right. Ever. Never. Ever. And everything that they do. Okay, the orange man, I affectionately call Donald Trump the orange man because he's orange, which is weird. I think they're going to announce that he's a space alien or something. But he said, it cost me billions of dollars to become president. I mean, to be the president.
Do you think that'll be the next thing? You think this week it's going to be like, we're doing away with the whole party system? So it's going to be like one party.
No, dude, you gotta have the black hats and the white hats, you know.
Oh my.
You gotta have
We're
all
going
that.
to eat the dog. Oh my soul.
Aw.
You're not going to eat
Put it
that
in a
dog.
mug.
You love that dog too much. You're not going to eat her.
Yep.
Oh my. Yeah, so.
All right, Texas, you're putting Texas Mom to sleep, y'all. We're gonna have to
Sorry,
sign
y'all.
off.
Busy day.
It is 8:30.
Busy day. I was looking for potatoes, couldn't find them.
Oh, stressful.
So stressed.
We have all these stinking potatoes. We don't need any potatoes. Relax, lady.
Potato
I'm gonna do my
famine.
Instacart order tomorrow, and I'm gonna get bags of potatoes and pounds of grass-fed organic beef. I'm gonna bring them home, and then you're gonna be like,
He's a hot shot.
how can you get that stuff? It doesn't exist anywhere. The shelves are empty. I said, no.
He
I
said
watched
touch
the
the
Orange
aisle.
Man. I watched the Orange Man, and he said that the shelves are not empty. All right? And if anybody would know, an informed politician would absolutely know because his finger's on the pulse and he's here to help. And obviously the shelves are not empty, Texas Mom. And you just have to look.
He thinks he's a big deal because he got ground beef last week.
I got I could have got 20 pounds. I only got 10 pounds of grass-fed organic ground beef. Click, at my desk, delivered to my office.
One time.
One time. I'm going to do it tomorrow, y'all. I'm going to do it tomorrow. And I'm going to post it on Instagram. And I'm going to say, busted Texas Mom, booyah! Fake news. Texas Mom is fake news, y'all. Boom.
Let's see it. I got a freezer full. 2.5 grass-fed steer and lambs.
Emma thinks I'm putting you to sleep, Texas Mom.
Yes. I'm getting tired.
I'm getting tired. When I preach, it wears me out. It's very.
This wasn't preaching.
No, I'm talking about. It's very works on my mind. It's very taxing. That's what the thought is. The very. Look, Antonia's already in bed. I'm really surprised, Antonia.
They're in our wheelhouse. We're in bed too. We're just hanging out here.
I am usually, I'm not usually asleep right now, unfortunately.
Aw.
Hello, Sophia.
Hey, Sophia.
How are you doing?
Sweet girl. That's awesome.
Pflugerville.
Oh,
Yo, it's Kyle. Is that authorized Mike's buddy, Kyle? Come up and visit again, Kyle.
How is Austin?
Maybe you can help authorize Mike finish his cabin.
Give us an update, Kyle. What is up with Austin? Are you on?
What is white gold? Mike, why must you be so obscure? Why can I not figure out what you're saying?
Is Austin sheltering in place?
Yo, Kyle, what's up in Austin? You keeping it weird down there?
I'm sure Austin's sheltering in place.
Here, Central Time is 8:30. Sent you a picture, TD. When'd you do that? I think. Oh, I'm on Do Not Disturb, bruh. I'm broadcasting from the telephone. Wow, dude. Austin is not sheltering in place. Check that out. Coming soon to an Austin near you.
So we could stop eating all the chocolate so I don't have to run to the Benton. Yes, we had to go out for more chocolate tonight too.
You did?
Chocolate chips.
Oh.
Chocolate chips.
When are the checks coming to Americans? Within 2 weeks. And
Oh, I think it's sooner.
within 2 weeks. It's sooner than
I
that.
think it's sooner.
And they can't even do stuff that soon.
Said in days.
No, they said within 2 weeks. And he
You
said it's going to be bigger because, right,
He's going big.
They have to pass the bill.
Said,
Exactly.
We're going big.
The
huge.
Treasury Secretary explained it to the Republicans yesterday.
They're going to pass it. They're going to pass it.
Oh, they're going to pass it, but it takes time. Well, it doesn't take time.
How
See?
much?
Isn't it great, dude? Yo, exactly. That's what I'm using mine for. I'm using mine for fireworks.
Antonia wants to know how much. Well, first, they're going to...
According to Andrew Yang, the
Is that-
socialist communist, he's
That's their
recommending
consultant.
$1,000 per adult, $500 per child, monthly. All right.
If you agree not to work.
Government only takes time if it benefits somebody else, right?
Right? Isn't it if you agree not to work? Or no? It's just...
No, everybody's going to get it. It has nothing to do if you agree not to work.
And they're going to bail out your small business. So if you're having any small business issues, they're going to take care
They're going
of
to bail out big business. They're going to bail out airlines. They're going to bail out the cruise lines. They're going to bail out the banks. And they're going to send everybody a check.
They're going to
And
bankrupt the country.
bankrupt the country, when it's already bankrupt. Yo, and I can hear QAnon now, y'all. Yo, you want to hear the next QAnon? Check this out. So the reason Trump is running up the national debt is because he's going to abolish the Fed, right, and tell them to eat it. That's the QAnon. Yo, you watch it. The QAnon, trust the plan. Yeah, my buddy Josh said drain the swamp, and you know what I said? Hashtag we are the swamp. Boom.
Using American Social Security money. Maybe so.
I'll go on a cruise after this. I ain't afraid.
What? I'm not
I ain't
going on a
scared.
cruise.
I'll
You're
go by
crazy.
myself.
You will go by
I'll
yourself.
go by myself.
I ain't going on a cruise.
You just went on a cruise, lady.
I ain't going. I ain't gonna do it.
Commissar Trump. Exactly.
Oh my word. Is there any indoor projects? No, I am like outdoor minded right now.
Yo, it's all outside.
Yes.
Woo!
Outside.
Southern living, y'all. That's why we didn't move to Montana. Just saying. That's why we didn't move to Ohio, Anthony. Just saying. You got snow on the ground up there, Anthony? What's up?
Nope, no cruising, y'all. No cruising. I think we're...
What you doing, Gil?
Hi, beautiful thing. Come here.
What
Come
you doing,
say
Budiso?
hi.
Come say hi to Anthony, Budiso.
She wants to say hi to you. I gotta get up here.
The money's going to be for everybody, y'all, because you don't want to disenfranchise the people that are still the strong men and women that are still working.
You are, girl.
It does need to stop raining.
Say
Woo!
hi.
But I'm not going to complain about the rain.
I know, the rain is
Sweet! Miss Grace gets a dry run.
starting
No
to-
more private schools. Yeah, that'll stick some money in your pockets. I always thought private school was so stupid.
Are you not taking the money? I don't. We're gonna see how it all goes, right?
I don't
Because-
think I have a choice. If they mail me a check, I am going to
Yeah.
cash it, bruh.
But I think the thing is too is that we don't know if you're essential or not. So you really might be retired.
I am more essential than essential oils, y'all.
You might not be. He thinks he's essential.
I am essential.
I don't think he's.
Okay, me
essential.
too. Yeah! Let's do it. Cash them checks. Orange Man. USA. Make America great again. Send everybody a check.
Oh myself. What? The church on my route is doing service drive-in style. How do you do that?
Will you read the
Sorry.
thing?
Everyone sits in their car and turns the radio to the pastor's radio station. Don't they know about the internet? Why are they
Oh,
doing
Kyle's
that?
expendable personnel.
That's weird, right? Why are you all sitting
Well,
in your car?
we Skyped today, you stinking goofball.
I know, but I did it from the comfort of my own home. Like, why am I going to get in a car, go drive, sit in a parking lot somewhere,
Good point.
and turn to a radio station? Like, hi, over there. Hi, over
I'm
there.
behind my glass window.
Virtual fellowship. Like, I don't know.
FM is the future.
What is it?
Frequency modulation.
Oh my. They're baiting us to love the government. Yes, they are. Yeah. Yeah. They're paying. They're paying.
Virtual hugs for everyone. Don't forget your sister side hug.
It's probably an older church that they're not.
Just give me that sister side hug. Yo, dude, you can't make that junk up. That is retarded. Some Christian rap white dudes, they wrote this song about the sister side hug. Yo, Mike knows what I'm talking about, dude. The sister side hug. Yo, don't. It is. Look, it is.
That's all I've been given.
What's it say? Yo, what's it say about it is not good for a man to touch a woman? I ain't hugging nobody, y'all, except me wife and me kids.
Not the sister side.
I'll hug a brother in Christ. I ain't hugging no woman. I'll hug my mama. My grandmama. Well, both of my grandmoms are dead. I'll hug them someday in glory.
Anthony said they are converting the vans into hospital shelters. A hospital bed will fit in each van. They're going to line them up.
What are you doing?
Oh, that's good. You're flexible. That's good.
That's right. Keep your hands to yourself. Kyle loves it when the government helps. We all love it when the government helps. It just makes us feel so safe.
I love it when the government helps.
Okay, why are they trying to?
They don't like Mennonites. What's up with
I know, dude. Antonia, they just think and sanction you.
If you say Christian or if you say Mennonite, evidently it's getting whatever.
I think some Mennonites around here they sanctioned your comment and I had to approve it. It makes me feel like the government, Antonia. I just approved what you said. I approve of your message. I feel so powerful. Show me the money.
Oh my word.
All right, y'all. Well, what does that mean? Oh, so like when you made the comment, right? Probably because it said Mennonite in it, it blocked it, and I had to see it in the thread and either hide it or show it because the GooTubes didn't like whatever you said.
They didn't like Mennonite.
Yeah,
just
they didn't.
They don't like Christian. If you say Christian or anything.
I'm gonna buy some AR-15s with my FEMA money. You go, Rip. I think that's a great idea. You hear that, GooTube? I think that's a great idea.
Oh my soul.
I endorse Rip.
Oh my soul. Private school.
What are you saying, Mike? You think that Rip should buy a 308? Look, he did it again. Look at that.
Christian, Mennonite, Amish,
See?
Orthodox,
See?
Catholic.
I had to approve that.
Yeah, we had
Sophia,
to
I had to approve that.
Yep.
Because that is all the spooky dooky. That's offensive.
They don't like the offensive language. Christian, Mennonite, Amish, Orthodox, Catholic. Lines in the gun shop were longer than the grocery store.
That's what. Look. I know Texas mom thinks that rant martial law. Look, not around here. It ain't gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. Not anytime soon. Could it happen in the future?
That's why there's the lines. Of course, that's what they're getting ready for.
The lines are to buy guns and ammo.
Yes, because they think martial law is
If
coming.
I know.
Oh.
I know. And okay, if they think what class? Okay, we're gonna do a social science class. If you think martial law is coming and you buy guns,
they did not block pagan
and ammo. Okay, so if you think martial law is coming if you buy guns and ammo, what do you have in your possession? Texas mom, please answer the question.
It. You're missing the point.
Okay,
They're coming
so
to take it.
how do you come and take a weapon that is loaded and pointed at you?
People aren't gonna load and point weapons at them.
Au contraire, Texas mom. I know some people that will.
What happened in whatchamajigger? Katrina.
Happened in Katrina.
Yeah, they're gonna hand them all over.
Mm-hmm. They were stealing revolvers from old ladies, y'all.
Stop
Punching
talking
old
about-
ladies in the eye.
He's
Boom.
talking about eating dogs. Stop talking about eating dogs. You're funny. Gun lines with a drone and a tank.
Well, a carpet bomb, but you're not going to waste carpet bombs bombing one house out in the country at a time. Just saying.
Most people are gonna hand all their stuff over.
Most people are.
They're gonna load
Okay,
the
okay.
house.
The people that just went to the gun store and bought guns and ammo are going to bought them to hand them over to the government.
Everybody's agreeing with you.
Of course they are.
Everybody's agreeing
You
with
know
you.
why you should agree with me, y'all? Because I'm right. And if Texas Mom, after 20 years of marriage, Texas Mom, tell everybody. Texas Mom, tell everybody what you said at lunchtime. Texas Mom, Texas Mom, what did you say?
I think
I think
you might.
you were
I said.
She was like the Fonz.
I think.
She was like Arthur Fonzarelli.
You
y'all. She,
might. You're right.
And she wasn't saying wrong. She was saying right.
And then he was all excited, and I said, I think. So there's a possibility still that you're wrong, but there is a good possibility that you're right too.
There is nobody that will hand over. Well, I can't say that. Nobody is a very broad term. There are many people that will not. You know, it's that line in the sand, y'all. What's the point of handing it over? You know what I mean? It's there. The reason you have it is to protect yourself and your family. And if you hand it, you have it, right? So that means it's in your possession. You have it. You can use it. Why would you? If you hand it over, you would have likely never had it in the first place. And you'll never have it again. So, and there are much worse things than death, y'all. There are absolutely much worse things than death.
Yep.
And I mean, Montana and Texas alone, the number of guns per capita is unbelievable. All right. And the governments and the New World Order and the powers that shouldn't be know that.
Mr. Solace.
I like you, Mr. Solace. All right, y'all. Can you imagine Anthony with a gun? I cannot imagine Anthony with a gun.
She'd shoot the dog and eat it.
A rifle barrel. Who said that? The Japanese emperor, right? The Japanese emperor said, we ain't putting boots on the ground in America. No one in Wyoming, no one in Montana, no, few in Texas. Texas turned purple, and there are definitely some rainbow warriors that'll hand stuff over. We miss Antonia. We miss you.
Aww.
And Antonia, you can come on down. Well, you can't. But you can't do the van thing, but you can't go anywhere either. Who would you be infecting if you drove to Texas? Just saying.
Would you?
The Guberman does not think you should. What? Look. What if you got... Okay, so Ohio says you should shelter in place. So you get in your van and you drive over the Ohio border to Texas. Boom. Problems resolved. Anything else, Antonia? Texas Dad is now resolving everyone's problems. Please place your problems in the comment.
Are you allowed to cross the border?
Why not?
I don't know.
Are you allowed?
If it
pleases the crown, may I cross the border? What must I do for the crown to cross the imaginary line in the dirt that's called the border of Ohio? Yo, bring it, Anthony. What's up? Come on down. Oh, that's awesome. Somebody's gonna move from Cali to Tejas with their stimulus.
Wow.
Oh, he works in Memphis. I won't tell you what they call Memphis, but it sounds like another country. And it ends in an A.
Mm.
But people would think that that's insensitive if I said it.
Shelter in place is not.
I like Texas Mom too. She's very sweet. I'm kind of a jerk, but she kind of softens me. Andy said you could come. Well, Andy better be coming with his fool self. You're not coming by yourself. Y'all gotta come. What does Andy have to stay home for? Y'all coming on down. Come on down. I feel like Bob Barker, y'all. Come on down.
Somebody's got to manage the van hospital system.
Oh my bad. Bring out your dad! No.
It's not funny.
What's that? What's not funny? Come on down to the farm. Come on out to the barn. You won't find two roosters walking arm in arm. And God said, love your brother. I don't think he meant like that. I gotta think of the rest of the song. And God said, love your brother. I don't think he meant like that. Come on down to the farm. Come on out to the barn. You won't find two roosters walking arm in arm. Oh, I forget the rest of it, dude.
God said, love your brother.
Yeah, too much coffee. I am really tired. I'm trying to keep myself good. 73. Yeah, dude, 73. Mike's buying a 73. From a few videos I've watched, you guys, I would have never imagined your...
What? Who said this? Your personality.
We're personality plus, y'all. We just over...
Only when we're together,
we're better together, y'all.
We have a good time.
Yeah, that's weird. Why would it...
Alone, we're very boring. If you watch his fig videos, they'll put you to sleep. And if you watch any of my videos, they will definitely put you to sleep. But then together, it's kind of fun.
And then...
Dolphins being... That would be funny. Oh.
I gotta think of the rest of the words. I'm working on it, y'all. I'm trying to... So, well, we should. It's almost 9 o'clock.
Why did that get deleted?
Because she tried to reveal Texas Dad's secret identity.
Oh.
You can't just willy-nilly reveal Texas Dad's secret identity. I will have to kill you, Anthony, when you come down to visit. After you make me dinner, of course.
Oh, my soul. Alrighty, y'all. You're both looking very happy. Love from Australia. Thank you, Miss Tina. Come on down to the farm by Rick. Is that who wrote it?
No, it's that bluegrass family. It's that blue.
Oh yeah. The Seminole.
Yeah, the Seminole String Band.
That's what it is. The Seminole String Band.
Seminole String Band.
Yeah. Oh, we found a really cool guy to listen to this week.
Oh,
too.
he's incredible. It's called Acapella Ridge. Okay, he's on YouTube. Acapella Ridge.
Go check
This
it out.
guy will sing all 4 parts.
It's amazing.
Incredible.
Acapella Ridge. You have to check him out. Everybody's at home
Acapella Ridge.
Some good stuff.
Mike, put the link to Acapella Ridge.
It was really good.
In the feed. You must listen to it. It's absolutely incredible. And it will absolutely bless you. And if you comment on any of his videos, you must tell him that the Texas Boys have sent you Acapella Ridge. The guy is phenomenal.
Oh, Goob.
Oh, Goob did it. Boom. You're sleeping at the wheel, Mike. Goob did it. Boom.
He's watching kids and taking care of business.
Kyle said, see you in the new world. All right, Kyle. Peace out, Girl Scout. Nope. Diana Oliver.
The one you purchased when you were in Arkansas.
We originally found ours on the Craigslist.
Right.
And then, he disappeared because he got popular.
Yeah, he got inundated with chicken people,
So that's how we found it. I mean, it was just
Ours
Texas Mom's diligence.
I'm a diligent Craigslister.
White Plum, he is incredibly amazing.
Oh yeah, so good, right? His music is
Man,
really
it just
good.
like blessed me. Woo! I'm like, wow.
Yeah. Aw, thanks, Mr. Solace. Yeah, I think they're just sex links.
They're sex-linked leghorn crosses, I believe.
Yeah, and they're from like big
Pigeons
factories.
taste just as good as chickens, according to Anthony. We'll have to come down and make us some
Really?
pigeon.
Huh?
Marty Tate says pigeons are excellent and they're
Really?
fun to shoot.
Huh? I see a pigeon every once in a while around here.
We have doves at the other.
Are you raising pigeons, Anthony?
Anthony, are you raising pigeons?
Could you send
Or
me-
are you selling pigeons
you
now that you
send-
can't rent vans? Are you selling pigeons? Those shiffers, they're entrepreneurs, I tell you. Entrepreneurs.
Can you send me a message
Homing pigeons.
on a pigeon? Pigeons are
See you, Christine Taylor. We
cool.
gotta go. It is
Yes.
going to be 9 o'clock. It's past
late,
Texas
and
Dad's
you do
bedtime.
have to go to work tomorrow.
And I do still think I have to go to work tomorrow.
You are
As it-
essential.
I am going to, when I get off, I'm going to watch the news and I'm going to listen to the president to make sure that I can still go to work tomorrow or not. We'll see.
Oh, it's just gonna be like we sold the whole country to China. It's gonna be like that. Like, yeah, so in the meantime
We wanted to make America great again, so we've changed our name to China.
they own us now. Bye bye. Three-legged cat. Would you stop talking about eating your animals?
if you cooked a plague out of the armadillo. I do believe that armadillos carry leprosy.
Cat all at once. Stop it. Why are you on here talking about eating your animals? You're so silly.
Oh, all right, y'all. We'll see it. Bob R's wife that stole all his money. We hope you have a good night. And Sophia, and Jing Dynasty. Sophia, Cheryl. Sorry, Cheryl. Good night, Antonia and Andy and Sophia. Good night, Emma Appleberry. Jed wanted to eat.
Yes, he did want to eat our cats. Crazy kid. Look at all these
All this kung flu gives me a minimum of 60 hours. Mr. Solace,
The
you're
kung flu.
you're kung flu fighting? Oh man, that was too much. The kung flu. Mr. Solace, what do you do for work that you're kung flu fighting?
He does really important things. Mr. Solace is essential.
Mr. Solace be packing, yo.
He's essential
My peoples.
to the...
Love that video. Antonia.
He's essential. Oh my. It's good to find out if you're
Good night,
essential or
White
not.
Plum. Diane Oliver. Let's see. Let's say good night to everybody. The Christine Taylor, our friends to the northeast. Jasmine. Misty Mint. Let's see. Kyle already left. My single mom life 7. Thanks to our mods, authorized Mike. Shannon Hazelton, our neighbor to the south. Let's see who else. Mr. Solace, of course.
Kristen.
Allie Blackwell. Bookish Homeschool. Todd Ray. Rip. My man Rip in Louisiana. All right, the Shug family. I think everybody is signing off.
Night night, everybody. Stay safe out there. Use some common sense.
If I can retire with fire. All right, y'all.
It was fun. Thanks for
Good
hanging
night.
out.
Thanks for
y'all.
hanging out.
Thanks for laughing.
We'll
with
see you
us.
on the next live stream.
All right, y'all.
See ya.